What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Cardboard Prospector Channel. It's Everything Collectibles Tuesday, and today we're going on a treasure hunt. We got ourselves a grab bag full of different items, from comic books to cards to stamps to coins. But hey, before we get into that, make sure you smash that like button, click on subscribe, and ding that bell so you're notified of all of our future videos. Welcome back, everybody. Cardboard Prospector Channel. Today is Everything Collectibles Tuesday, and on deck we have ourselves a grab bag treasure hunt that we picked up off of eBay, and we got the listing pulled up, so let's go ahead and jump right into that. And you can see here this is advertised as an estate coin collection plus collectibles with a Spider-Man comic and baseball cards. This cost $17.50. It was on sale. 34% off. It was another $4.95 to ship this. It's advertised down here that you're going to take and get Spider-Man comic book. You're going to get a slabbed San Francisco wheat cent, a slabbed gemstone, a slabbed meteorite. Let's see here, a slabbed 1943 steel cent, and just a bunch of other stuff. Different foreign currency bills. You're going to get a V nickel, an old Buffalo nickel, an ancient Roman coin, some 1920s Lincoln cents, old stamp collection set, collectible dice, I don't know, collectible matchbook, some bottle caps, a 1930s Lincoln cent, a first day cover envelope with stamp, 3 different collectible sports cards, 2 mint condition old stamps, 14 different brilliant uncirculated cents between 1959 and 2004, 7 old wheat pennies, 4 foreign coins, an uncirculated Bison Westward Journey nickel, an uncirculated Ocean View Westward Journey nickel, and 1943 steel cent, and 3 loose foreign coins. So it's a big old hodgepodge of stuff. Based on the price and everything, I'm not looking that any of this is going to be incredibly nice. I can't imagine getting anything of real value for less than 20 bucks. Now, I will say that the slabs that they have pictured in here are from International Numismatic Bureau. Anybody in the coin world knows immediately that those are red flags. I know several years back they were like a basement grading company. They graded their own coins, and their grades don't hold any weight in the coin collecting community. And I do know after the fact that this estate bureau was originally the International Numismatic Bureau on eBay. They have since changed their name. That was a few years back now already. But so I did do a little poking around on this just to take and check and see what we got. So we'll get the baloney out of the way first. Got a cheap pair of dice. Got a couple of bottle caps here. Rolling Rock. This one is pretty cool. I don't recognize this one. Prism Brewing Company. And down here it says, "Life's more colorful when a prism." So that's interesting. It looks like it's something out of the 70s or 80s. Never seen that before. And lastly, we have an old Camel cigarettes matchbook here. I know some people do collect matchbooks. This one is brand new. All the matches are still in there. And I actually had a family member that collected matchbooks. And after they passed, I kind of inherited it because I'm a cigar smoker. I don't know why that qualified me to inherit a matchbook collection, but I've got a big glass jar full of matchbooks from all over the place. So first things first, their shipping on this was absolute garbage. Let's see here. This this bag right here, this big Ziploc bag. Everything was in here. There was no protective stiffening boards or anything for the comics, the cards, the stamps. None of that. All of that was, and you'll see when we start looking at it, all of that was just sort of twisted all up because of the coins and everything. So automatic fail on the shipping. I don't care how cheap it was. If you're going to sell something, you better make sure that it gets to people in good condition, because this is junk. I'll show you what I mean with the cards. Thankfully, nothing special about these 1990 Upper Deck junk wax cards. Nobody, popular, nobody valuable. But all of the cards were. That's actually one of the better ones. All of the cards are all bent up from being shoved into the box, and I mean, they had bubble wrap and everything on it, but when you're dealing with paper products like this, I mean, if you don't have it flat and stiff. So here is two of our uncirculated stamps. We got some 4-cent U.S. postage. It's the Winslow Homer. There's two of those. We also have the 4-cent Champion of Liberty Mohammed Gandhi, and these are unused. I guess that this is our stamp collection here. Foreign stamps. I'm not sure of where everything is from. I know that this does say Deutsche Post on it, so I'm guessing that these would be like from Germany. We do have Canada, and I'm pretty sure that this would be from Great Britain, with the Queen on there at 12 pence. These two I have no idea about. So if anybody knows where these ones are that I think are from Germany, let me know if I'm right. And if I'm not, tell me where they're from. And if you know where either one of these are from, I'd appreciate that as well. All right, moving on. We do have some foreign currency. I am not sure where this one is from. It doesn't have a bank name in English anywhere on it. So it is from 1992. Or maybe that fine print. Yeah, that fine print's all in a different language as well. So if you recognize the pattern on this bill, let me know. This is out of Cambodia. National Bank of Cambodia, 2014. Very cool design. I like it a lot. And then we have the Central Bank of Venezuela. You can see on all of these how they're all, curled over and bent up from being just shoved in that bag with all this other stuff. So this is a 5 Cinco Bolivares. So very, very cool bills. But I mean, that's beautiful currency. I've always enjoyed looking at foreign currency, just because I think they're so much more intricate in their design than what we have here in the States. We've got a first day of issue for the 6-cent Franklin D. Roosevelt stamp, and this was from 1967. If you're not familiar with the first day of issue, I believe the Postal Service issues these. You can see this one is all bent over and everything. Unfortunately, bent right down where the stamp and everything is. But there's the actual stamp, 6-cent FDR. So I never really got into stamp collecting. I dabbled with it briefly. Then after a while, I ended up selling off everything that I did have to some actual collectors. So, and then the comic book that was in this is the Spectacular Spider-Man, The Face of Defeat. And this is from January 1997, number 242. Out of all the paper items, this one was in the best condition. There is a bunch of spine ticks and everything on here from it being bent. But I think the corners fared pretty well in their travel, so I'm actually pretty impressed with how well this book survived being just thrown into the bag with all these coins and everything. So, all right, let's look at some other stuff. First things we have our slabbed gemstone here. This is labeled as a natural rhodolite cabochon authentic gemstone. It's a little purple flat gem in there. Let's see here. Well, this will work. I'll get you a white background so we can see that. There you go. A little purple. That's kind of cool. It's rolling around in there. Up next is our authentic meteorite. It says here, a space rock, Campo del Celio, Argentina, discovered 1576 AD. There's no provenance with this, so whether this is actually a meteorite or whether this is just a piece of solder slag, I couldn't tell you. So y'all be the judge of that. And I say that just because I've had solder slag that looked like that, when it drops off. Here is our 1943 Lincoln Steel cent, and pretty poor condition. I mean, the reverse is obviously in better condition, but the obverse is pretty banged up. Not a specimen that I would have slabbed, even just for protection, obviously, because these aren't graded. And here we've got a San Francisco mint wheat penny. This one is a 1949 San Francisco. Hopefully you can see that. These cases have a lot of nicks and everything on them, scratches. So dirty on the back. But again, another specimen. I mean, this one is in better condition, I think, than the 43. And if you're not familiar with the 43 steel cent, in 1943, copper was needed for the war effort, and so the United States Mint took and issued pennies in steel that year. Now, there was a small amount of copper pennies that actually made it out the mint, and if you find one of those, no pun intended, but you'll be sitting on a mint because they go for a pretty good amount of money. Here's another questionable one. This is labeled as the Roman coin from 330 AD. There's no identifying anything on here. I've looked at it pretty closely, and as far as I could tell, I mean, for all I know, this is a piece of bronze or whatever that chipped off of a tool. I mean, I've seen Roman coins even in poor condition, and they look a lot better than this. So this wouldn't even make it into a collection for me. It's garbage. So let's take care and look at these loose coins real quick. We've got a Canadian nickel here. And get that to focus in for you. Some light. Maybe. Anyway, it's a 2008 Canadian nickel. So nothing too special. Maybe I get this. There we go. It's really shiny and blinging. So fairly modern. After that, we have a Brazilian. Looks like a Brazilian coin here. I think that's Jesus on the front, and I think it would make sense because it's got a nice dove and everything there too. This is a 5-cent coin out of, what year was this? This is 2003. So, I mean, another fairly modern coin here. There you go. I mean, within 20 years. And here's my favorite of the loose coins. So, Republic of Italy. And this is a 200 lira out of 1978. There we go. So, oops, dropped it. So those were the loose coins. We have a few other foreign coins going on here. We have a two euro cent, and this one is, let's see here, 2007, out of Spain. Focus, there you go. Next up, we have a Canadian penny. This one is quite shiny and bright, almost uncirculated. And this is a 1965. Beautiful condition for being that old. And finally, we have another Brazilian coin here. Hopefully this picks up the details. There we go. And this is a 10 cent out of 1997. Interesting how the year on this one is actually like embossed instead of, or engraved instead of embossed up. Interesting how they struck that. Here is our two modern 2005 Lewis and Clark Nichols. So here's the first one, and this is the Buffalo. I was really happy when they took and did a like a modern Buffalo nickel. I thought that was cool. And then here's the other 2005, and this is the Ocean Journey. There you go. For our older non-penny coins, we have a no-date Buffalo nickel here. The obverse of this coin is very wore down. I was able to make out a 2 on the date. Outside of that, nothing else. And here's the reverse of that coin. Obviously in better condition than the obverse, but still quite wore down. And lastly, we have a 1912. This is our Liberty V nickel. Again, very well circulated. Thankfully, I mean, you can still make out the text on the reverse of this coin, but just no detail on the obverse. So very low grade, very low grade on those coins. This whole stack is the modern pennies. We'll just run through these. We got a 1962 Denver. We got a 64 Philadelphia. Another 61 Denver. This one is actually really nice condition. Same with this one, 1961 Philadelphia. We have a 1980 Denver, followed by a 73 San Francisco. Here is a 74 Denver. We have a 2000 Denver, 1964 Philadelphia. This one's actually got really nice color to it. Just kind of impressive looking, the toning that's happened to that coin. We got a 1981 Philadelphia. And if anybody's wondering, the way you tell the mint, underneath the date, if you don't see a mint mark, that means it was minted in Philadelphia. Here's a 2001 Denver, and we'll try to take and get close up on this one. You see the D under the date. That stands for the Denver Mint. And then obviously an S would be for San Francisco. And here's a perfect example. Here's a 1970, and this has the S for San Francisco down there. Another pretty good looking specimen. We've got a 1980 Philadelphia here. And finally a 1972 San Francisco, which is also in very good condition. So good condition on the modern pennies. We got another 43 steel cent. This one's seen better days. It's got some pitting or something on the front. The reverse looks a little bit better. Next up, we have a 1936 Denver, pretty worn on the obverse, the reverse. A lot of good detail and everything still left on that one. This one is very worn. This is a 1929. Yeah, 1929. And this is Philadelphia. And the reverse is pretty worn too. I'll get that to pick up for you. We have a 1947 Denver. It's about average circulated condition there. Got a 1942 Philadelphia. 1947 Denver here. His wheatbacks aren't focusing in as well. We got a 1946 Philly. There we go. Gotta get them closer. And a 1952 Denver. Up next, we've got another 52 Denver. We got a 55 Denver. 1955 was last year's issue on the wheatbacks. And they went over to the Lincoln Memorial backs, I believe. Oh, and then our last coin is actually a foreign coin. This one's out of the Netherlands. 1948, 1 cent. This is a very dark one. There we go. We can see the detail and stuff on there. So, and there's the reverse. 1948, 1 cent. So, all right. So, all in all, for less than 20 bucks, I guess I really can't complain a whole lot. I am going to complain about the shipping. The shipping was horrible. We actually bought several lots from the seller, not all of this type. We have 2 other lots that were just coins, and then a couple of lots that are supposed to be gemstones. We'll open those for another video. We'll probably do those together and see how those turned out. But the most of this, I don't know. I'll probably give the stamps away. The cards will probably go in the garbage. They're not worth anything and they're damaged anyway. I like the foreign currency. We'll probably take and keep that, put it in a scrapbook or something. A lot of this, I mean, the dice are going to take and go into the game box. I don't know what we'll do. This will get thrown into the jar with all the other matchbooks that I inherited. And that's about the size of it. A lot of this stuff will probably just get passed on to my son as a boost to help him get interested in coin collecting. But that'll be several years away since he just had his 2nd birthday. So, but I'll throw him in the safe and hang on to him. If you're on social, be sure to give us a follow on Facebook at Cardboard Prospector, on Twitter at card_prospector, and on Instagram at Cardboard Prospector. Visit the website, cardboardprospector.com. And hey, if you like what we're doing, be sure to click that link in the description for Buy Me a Coffee. Leave us a tip. Everything we collect through there goes right back in the buying product to open on the channel. And hey, don't forget about the giveaway. We're getting down to the nitty gritty here. I think we've got about a week, maybe a week and a half left before the entries close to win a 2021 Topps Chrome blaster box. So make sure you click on the link and get entered into the giveaway. Hope you all enjoyed Everything Collectibles Tuesday. Sorry for such a long video. It was a large package. Hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday. And until next time, y'all keep on ripping.